National Football League. Brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. On the visitor's sideline, it's the Vikings head man, Kevin O'Connell. This guy's looking to get back to 500 as they come in at 3-4 on the year. On the Lions side, Dan Campbell, the runner-up to O'Connell for NFL Coach of the Year. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go from Ford Field. And a decent return there. We'll get this up just side of the 30. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy. But really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and frankly this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand if they're going to come into today's game and have some success, they've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here an early 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. So on 4th down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away. Charlie Jones, deep to return. A good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time, led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
I think if you asked every player around the league, going into the bye week, it is critical that you come in off of the win. It just makes the coaches in better moods. It makes everybody in the building in a better mood. And certainly it makes your time away from the team a little bit easier. So they've had a long week thinking back to their loss the week before. And hopefully they were able to address a lot of those issues. And they certainly want a different result today.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Lions first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go again here with Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Know your worth. My actions being louder than my words.
Off the RPO, this is Dobbs. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
We'll go play action. Purdy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. Dicker's kick is good. The Lions are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return is Trey Coleman. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready now for second drive. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground, the goal for Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. From the gun, here's McCarthy. His pass is caught. It's Chicago. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the
He's in a really nice
line.
rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the move left. He's going to run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive. And a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third
In motion, Okonkwo. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. Oh, the ball's out. The Lions have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Dicker goes with the extra point. And the Lions are out to a 10-0 lead.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the looks and that's up the highest metric.
Down here, Dicker out to send this one away. Palmer now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Trying to establish some tempo. Start this one with first and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Trying to get a little cute here, get the ball to the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the second straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Vikings, first down. First and 10.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 43. Here's second down and 9. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. In motion, Okonkwo. Shotgun Shotgun snap and a give to White. Gets to the edge at the 30. Oh, strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
Gain of 20 more yards. That's another Vikings first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught by Tolbert right side. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. He stopped at the 11, but that is enough. A first down picked up
gain of 2.
as they are getting
And the
close.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
It's a
at the
3 tight end
11-yard
look
line.
as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That one incomplete. Outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Lions offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
The tackle by Talanoa Uwanga. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
We are through 1. 10-3 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll step up and run this. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
30 now on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From From the gun, it's Purdy. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. A 6-yard
Work straight ahead with Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The tackle by
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. And more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard
They go
line.
right back to Henry. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, we're going to have to look to their defense to play really well. There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the quarterback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
He's got his man inside. It's complete. The breakdown coming up now for 1st and 10.
That's another Detroit Lions.
On the handoff, it's Henry. This defense all over this one. He gets down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle in the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 11.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
It's not often that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. Boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. Throw on the run is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Here comes the jet sweep.
Jawan Jennings.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
1st down.
Now Dowdle. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Tyreek Williams is there on
2
the stop.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
In motion, Okonkwo. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Open man is Jennings.
McCarthy's pass.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He's on for the 2nd time to try to get something inside the 10. Now That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Purdy. He completes this one to Madden. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Second and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's the Lions punt team now. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Vikings offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by White. And he'll somehow turn this into an apocryphal. After a pickup of a yard.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd
A little play
and 8.
action here with McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And McCarthy is going to get down and pick up the 1st down. Good, smart play with the slide by JJ.
22 yards. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
Man in motion here is Jennings. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
The shotgun. It's a throw for McCarthy. He takes off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble that leads to a 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
Incomplete.
3rd and 9. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He'll step up and run. The Lions are their 1st time out as they get to stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
It's 4th down.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Lions offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Henry. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down.
Now Detroit's going to use their second
First and
timeout.
10 at the
As they'll stop
34-yard
with just a
line.
little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, it's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught left side by Odunze. There's the third and final timeout for the line. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
Brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Purdy now on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Brings up third down and 3 yards
Shotgun
to
snap
go.
to Purdy. This one just too far for the receiver in front of us. Ball's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And now it's fourth down.
In punt formation.
Here's Jamie Gillen on now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10.
The Lions offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. On the give, here's Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle.
It's second and 8.
On second down, Purdy. That's Dobbs open left side. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
That's good.
20-yard pickup there. First down, Detroit.
At the 50-yard line.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. And it looks like he's got enough for a first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he'll be taken down. They got him. Back at the 50-yard line.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field. That play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. There's a short one taken in by Barnes. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. Taken in right side by Barner. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Needless to say, there aren't many plays on the call sheet for that down and distance. So instead of doing something crazy and forcing a ball into coverage, he realizes that primary read wasn't there. Throw this ball away and puts an end to this drive.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And no takeover there. The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was brought down at the 26.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the left side, he's got Tolbert. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they beat him and bring him down. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. Ooh. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground, about 7.
Tackle made at the
From the 38 now, here's
It's a
2nd
gain of
and a
8.
couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
We'll go again here with Henry. Yeah. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he is going to be out of bounds.
That's good for a Lions 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Nice change in pace there on the back end, Mike. They brought dime defense, which means they have 6 defensive backs. That's a lot of guys back there defending this passing game. And when the quarterback has nowhere to go with the ball, he tends to hold it longer than his offensive line can protect for, and he goes down for the sack.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Lions 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And In this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3. Second down, they need 7.
15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Now
Brings
Purdy.
up 2nd and 7.
Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up
It's the
3rd
quarterback
and
with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth
gain
down.
of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Lions. His 12th touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Makes the score Lions 17, Vikings 6.
Damn, I miss you,
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Palmer now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Open man is Jennings. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd
Looking to
and
throw,
4.
McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Jake McCarthy was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get something there on the return. He'll take this pass to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Play action. Here's Purdy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the lines. 4th down coming up. The Lions will punt this ball away. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. On play action, here's McCarthy. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down back in the backfield in the area of holding. Now McCarthy. That's taken in by Jennings. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. It is third and long.
Incomplete. Cooper DeJean on the coverage.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Josh Haskell. He gets there for the sack, setting up fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Dan Campbell there, the Lions head coach, as his guys head back out for their next possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the fourth quarter. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Play action now. Purdy. He'll get this out to the left. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up third and 6.
Third down. Purdy. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
I think it's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Vikings offense headed back to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They get 11.
It's a
and quickly pick up a first down.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that.
That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be third down. This offensive line does have no answers right now. It's another sack. DJ Reader. He spins it, dropping for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they're ready to get back at it. And this game really just illustrates how important home field is in the NFL. On paper, it didn't look like much of a matchup. But now it's looking like it'll be one of, The biggest surprises in the league this week. That one good for a dozen. Very quick first down.
Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Gonna go right back to Henry. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. This is taken in by Dobbs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's first and 10. They'll pitch it out here to Henry. And a determined run there. Inside the 40, it's a gain of 9 yards.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run it with Henry. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second
On second
and 10
down, Purdy.
at the 31-yard line.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Intended for Romeo
It is
Dobbs.
third and 10.
Incomplete. Deontay Banks on
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one, just like that. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Second and goal.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run. Able to take it down for a loss.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock, keeping the ball on the ground? The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Good blocking, and he's in. Purdy, touchdown, Detroit. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Kicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Vikings 6.
After a touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Palmer now to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Back at the 17-yard line.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
22 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. It's the right side and corralled by Field. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Vikings.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half.
10 at the 43-yard
Greg and I
line.
back on EA Sports after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Down at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll step up and run. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Working
24-yard
out of the
line.
shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
He's sacked. A loss of 6 yards.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Open right side is Okonkwo. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. He takes, and he's into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
We knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.